Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another Warzone video on the channel. In today's video, we're going over some of the best settings I recommend for every player, especially console players. If you guys are looking for some new settings to get used to actually become a much better player, then I highly recommend these settings in today's video. With that being said, let's go straight into the settings. Alright guys, starting things off in interface, we have subtitles disabled. Colorblind type is disabled, guys. I don't actually mess around with this too much, especially on console. I actually this is disabled, and I have some other ways that make my game look better. If you guys are wondering some good graphic settings, I do have a ton of videos on that subject, and I actually did just touch up on this recently. I'll leave a link in the description for you, those of you that are wondering what I actually do for that. But you guys can basically see nothing really fancy here. Everything is basically set to default. Besides the mini map shape, this is actually usually on circle or round. I highly recommend you guys switch to square because it's going to allow you to be able to see more in those corners of the square versus just having it on the circle. Mini map rotation is enabled as well. That just helps me a lot when I'm trying to find people on the map, as well as my show compass is enabled as well. Showing compass really isn't necessary, but I just have it on because I don't know, it's just more fun. Moving on to audio, guys, my audio mix is set to boost low. I heard a lot of people say that boost high is really good, as well as home theater, and you guys can try those out. But for me, I do own a pair of Astro A40 headphones, so boost low just works really well for me. Master volume is set to 65. I don't really have this up too high, only because I'll blow my ears out, and I do have some other ways I can turn my audio up on my console and my PC. You guys can basically see all the other audio mixes. I got dialogue on 20, my effects on 30. I do have mono audio disabled, guys. Make sure this is disabled. Do not turn this on. This is going to mesh both audio channels into one channel, so you're not going to be able to tell whether people are to your right or left, and it's very confusing. So make sure that's disabled for sure. Moving over to the controller settings, guys, I do play on controller, obviously. I have my dead zone set to 0.06. This is highly dependent on your controller. I don't really have that much stick drift, so I just have it set to 6. You guys might have more stick drift or less, depends on how new your controller is or how well you take care of it. So if you guys are wondering what the perfect dead zone is, then I highly recommend you guys just play around. Basically just keep turning it up until you don't really see any more dead zone or stick drift in your controller. That's the best way to find the dead zone. I really can't give you guys a specific number, but for me, I think anywhere between 0.04 to 0.06 is a good number. I would not mess with these right here. These are other dead zone settings that whenever I try to toggle them, my controller just starts going crazy. So I recommend leaving these at default. As of right now, I do play on 9.9. It's a really good sensitivity if you guys are learning. If you guys want to make sure, of movement and aim and centering, as well as reaction time, it's really good, and I highly recommend it to any player that's new, especially if you guys are trying to get better movement and still have really good aim. For the custom sensitivity per zoom, I do have my low zoom set to 1.37. The rest are just 1, and the last one is 0.81. That's my low or my high zoom for like sniper rifles, that sort of thing. ADS sensitivity is pretty important, so if you guys are trying to toggle around with that, I recommend you guys kind of work with what you guys feel comfortable with. I do like having a higher sensitivity on the ADS side, so I do have mine set to 1.37, but for those of you that are trying to have a little bit slower, you can turn it down, or if you guys want it to be a bit faster, you can turn it up. My aim response curve type is dynamic. I do actually recall playing on linear and standard. Those are both really good. I don't really recommend one over the other. I mean, I guess out of all of them, I probably would say that dynamic is the most comfortable for me, but this is highly dependent on the way you play and your play style, so I really can't give you guys a perfect one, but I can definitely say that without a shadow of a doubt, I enjoy using dynamic the most. But I've used linear and standard, and they both have done really well for me as well. Controller vibration is disabled. I have aim assist set to standard. My scale aim assist with FOV is enabled as well. This is a setting that's only on PC. Don't actually get this on console. Here are my weapon settings. I have hold on my aim down side behavior, steady aim behavior is hold as well. I do have contextual tap on my use/reload behavior. That's really important as well. It allows you to pick up guns and open doors by just tapping square instead of having to hold down square, which is really useful. Armor plate behavior is apply all as well. That's really useful as well if you guys are trying to run away or get out of sticky situations while applying plates. That's really helpful. That way you can actually be healing while you're running away. My slide behavior is set to tap. Really important if you guys want to slide cancel. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know this, so I'm not going to go over this too much. Automatic tack sprint is on as well. This is really useful for, once again, slide canceling. You don't have to press down on the left joystick, and it doesn't hurt your thumb after like 5 years of doing it. All you gotta do is just press forward and you're automatically going to be in a tactical sprint. So it's really useful, and I highly recommend it, but I'm not gonna lie, it will take some time to get used to. My parachute auto deploy is disabled, mainly because I do not like my parachute opening and stopped me from landing any sooner than I possibly can. This actually allows me to land a lot sooner. Obviously there is a disadvantage because you might break your legs, so yeah, you got to make sure you don't break your legs, but other than that, if you can, you know, perfectly time it, you can actually land really fast and grab guns way before anyone else can. So guys, that's basically all I have for you guys in today's video for settings. These actually helped you guys out. If you guys actually enjoy these settings videos, let me know in the comment section below. Also, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and post notifications. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, and understanding always.